Good evening, I'm Laura Lee.
And I'm Dan Wolf. Thanks for joining us. After last week's Senate vote lifting the Superior National Forest mining ban, there are a lot of questions about what's next.
Northern News Now, Sophia Lauber takes a look at what we can expect. And Sophia, it sounds like there's still a long path ahead for copper nickel mining in the area.
Yeah, that's right, Laura. With the vote last week, Congress essentially opened the area back up for mining on a federal level and kicked this process back to the state level. In light of Minnesota's regulations and the environmental pushback this project is sure to face, we're still years away from Twin Metals breaking ground like they hope to do near the Boundary Waters.
Now that the federal government has taken this action, it's going to be up to our state government to protect the Boundary Waters and protect all of our waters.
In Minnesota, any mining project needs to receive various air and water permits from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency and the DNR. That's been a lengthy process in the past, many claiming that's due to Minnesota's stringent environmental laws. But Iron Range author and political expert Aaron Brown says there's more to the story.
Other parts of Minnesota's process are not as well defined, which is part of the reason that public comments end up slowing the thing down so much.
For some timeline context, New Range, formerly PolyMet, has been in the application process for their NorthMet project for more than 20 years.
Even if they, cross all the T's and dot all the I's and do everything the way they're supposed to, it will take years just because of the public comments period and the public input.
In the meantime, environmental groups are looking to shore up state law.
We have some strong state laws in place, but we also could make them stronger. And we hope to see the legislature take action either this session or next to protect the Boundary Waters.
And with the lengthy timeline ahead, Brown adds larger market trends like the demand for copper and nickel must also be considered.
The idea that this is just going to lead to mining tomorrow, it needs to be tempered with two things, the regulatory reality and the economic reality.
One of the pieces of state legislation that's been introduced would establish a state-level ban similar to the federal ban that was just repealed. Twin Metals declined an interview but shared a brief statement saying they look forward to community discussion in any future regulatory processes. Live in studio, Sophia Lauber, Northern News Now.